Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are here in SS2-12, where we have kingdoms comprised of 8, 65, 27, 48, 55, 66, 71, 74, and 84. There is, and this is actually interesting because I'm observing SS2-12, but oh, I see, never mind. I was like, hang on a sec, this is throwing me off here because I went in here and I'm realizing that I'm observing, so let me just be confused on my own right. However, we are watching RoG going up against Squiggly IL Squiggly, or the IL Fam, here again in, I want to say this is Final Zone that we're still in. Where am I? Karadeg, yeah. So there's like a fight going on here, and apparently there's a fight going on somewhere. Oh, never mind. See, someone pinged me, and I thought they told me there was 2 battlefronts, but I guess there's just one. And you can just see the massiveness that's happening right now for them. Again, obviously, from what we can see, RoG not having as many overall units as the IL Fam does, but nonetheless, they are still pounding away. So we're going to get you guys a little footage here today. Should be good and potentially exciting, as there is again, I wish I would have got notified a little earlier, but thankfully some people did ping me. So we got this RoG tower that's going down. We got a keep that's going down, and then I think this is another tower that they're on. And oh wow, look, so they're on 3 or 4 towers. Okay, I see. So they're, I guess, trying to break through the choke here, right? Hang on, let's zoom out real quick, and I just want to see this for myself. Ah, okay, so yeah, so that's what it is. They're basically just trying to push through the choke that's here to get in. So yeah, I would imagine for the IL Fam, this is like somewhat of a big push for them in order. Oh, hang on, let's see if we can figure this out. Nice, there we go. I always have to finagle with the kind of final zoom out. Let me turn some sound on here, because I know you guys like to hear that sometimes for sound effects. And then we'll get some music in there too. Nice. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's scale that down a bit. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think that's all right. Maybe about there. Let's go a little more. Dun, dun. Okay, there we go. All right. So I guess kind of 2 small scales here on their side. I don't know how much I guess we're really expecting overall with the push. What is the power that we're looking at? I need to load up my other instance. We could actually take a look at one of the cities. Now we could see. Excuse me. So RoG 8.7 billion right now, and then let me see, let's go over here, we can find an IL. So we got 9.6, okay, so what, 900 million more for the Squigglies. And let's see, for 8.8, okay, so I mean, let's be real, right? If it was one alliance going up, probably, I mean, bear in mind, at this point, you know, they have been fighting for a little while. Let me see what I have here for SS2-12, which, yeah. So it looks like with this one, we had their final zone opened on the 24th of January. So it's been a week, right? It's been pretty much about 7 days since that happened. Just to, you know, give a little context there. And clearly we can see that they're getting pushed onto the final leg. But still fighting it out. I don't know what my dog is doing out there. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine at this point, from RoG's position, it's probably more of, you know, hey, for anyone who wants to still go out and fight, you know, they can. Especially if those just want to, you know, get as many merits, right, as possible. But I think for the most part, this is, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a big push, right, from them to break through what arguably could be the last choke. Let me see if there's another one. Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, next one's probably basically just going to be at the gate. So, I mean, you could say this is the last defense, right, for RoG before the gate comes up. And so I think at that point, now it's, you know, how much do they really want to fight for this overall? And maybe they were fighting a little bit more earlier before we came, and then now we're just seeing, you know, what's happening currently. So I guess someone will have to let me know in the comments how that one plays out. Could be seeing, I guess, a little more spread here from them on that side. I think actually the IL group is doing a decent job here of kind of spreading south to north there. Little grouping here from RoG on the bottom. Could also be spreading out a little bit more. Again, I guess maybe we won't worry too much about it with it essentially just being a 2v1 if the matchup was a little more. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, did they just put a time bomb on that level 42 dark? I think they did. Maybe that was a misclick. But at the same time, one of the reasons why I like the manual casting, because we get to see the true skill in action. Hopefully, I wonder if you auto-casted Time Bomb, would it prioritize a player? Or would it prioritize the first thing that it could throw it on, right? In this case, maybe it was the dark. I would have to imagine it would probably prioritize the player, but I guess that's something that is curious. Little Divine Mercy play down there. I mean, RoG is still getting decent replenishment at this point. IL, of course, still with, you know, overwhelming numbers, so it's not too much. I think we're going to be seeing, I mean, as we mentioned before, I think for the most part, right, it's pretty one-sided. There's not too much activity, at least when it comes to trying to matching. I mean, it isn't as though IL is sending everyone. Maybe that was a call by them, where it's, hey, we don't want to send, you know, 100 legions. Let's just, you know, put 50 out there or something like that. If that's the case, you know, it is more of a... Because I've seen this happen with a couple alliances. And it can be a... I don't don't necessarily think it's bad or good. I think it can be a tactical, a psychologically tactical or strategical approach where you're all, I don't want to say you're giving them false hope, which I guess maybe you could argue that, but it's almost as though if you're not sending everyone and you're trying to send, and bear in mind, they don't have to do that. It's obviously up to however, you know, of course, they want to play that out. But I've seen this happen before where you'll have, you know, maybe you want the fight to last a little bit longer. So, that's 3. I'm going for the record. Where you are sending an amount of troops that maybe is just a few more than what your opposition has, right? Or as close to even as you can. Because you know that you're going to be able to replenish, you know, and you know you have a lot more troops than they do overall, even if you're just not sending everyone to the front line. You're doing it as a way to almost kind of give them hope, where your expectation is that they'll fight longer, right? They'll fight more, which allows for your side to enjoy, you know, some of the lasting battles, at least for a longer, or at least a bit longer overall. There we go. Totally need a cough drop. But I'll have to go to the cupboard to get that in a moment. Not bad, though, there. The time bomb, I didn't see. I just missed. What else was thrown? A little burst strike there. Not terrifying. Inferno, another burst. Ooh, wow. Counter burst strike. Ooh, my gosh. Was that negative 37k? Or did it just line up that way because the artifact was lining up over there? Ooh, wow, negative 11k for that on Ray 217. Jeez, that was big number. Divine Mercy getting some heal. I mean, again, well-placed heal, I would say. Far enough out of danger where you're not on the back end getting pushed. You've kind of stabilized your position. And that's one of the things we talk about, right, when you're running something like a Divine Mercy or an artifact that requires for you to essentially kind of be standing still within a fixed field, where, you know, you never want to be using those when you're getting pushed. You want to use those when the position has stabilized and or when you're pushing, right? Because you never want to hit it and then you're only getting 1 or 2 procs of it, and then at that point you end up having to move back, right? Okay. Man, they're still fighting though. They're still bringing people. I mean, they're still a bit away from the first flag, right? It kind. I mean, I'm debating if it kind of feels like they're edging a little bit closer. Somewhat. Oh wow, even EX is over here too. I totally missed that. Look at that, man. Taking a page out of Selly Team 6. But I like this. This is smart, right? Where if you're not able to fight on the front lines because maybe there's just not enough territory space, this is well done, right? I would almost be okay. I mean, again, you can either opt to march the units all the way. You could say, hey, maybe we'll run Cav and just get behind them because they're not flooding the field with activity on their side, right? Maybe do some flanking. But I also like this play where they're running Celestials. And where is EX? I'm really curious right now. Where are they? Oh, EX is there. Green is IL. And was that EX? No, that's EXR. Oh, here they are. So yeah, because it was hyphen EX, right? Wow, so they're far. They have to go from here all the way there. Wow. Hang on, let me die in peace real quick. All right. I think I'm not dying anymore. Oh man, yo, here we go now, man. This is what we're here for. Are they going to be able to start pushing them a little bit closer to the flag and maybe start applying some more pressure to hold this? Dude, this is what we're here for, man. I'm here for all the smoky smoke, man. This is what I'm talking about. Let's get a picture. Real quick. Of them going at it. We'll see how well this holds off. Jeez, that terrifying Inferno, that Striking Light, that Burst Strike going off. Ooh, that Shadow Game's there. Couple negative perfs, another Shadow Games, a Burst Strike going down there from the RoG side, another Burst Strike, Dime Bomb. Ooh, that negative 10k. That Mocking Chaos negative 7k. There's the Burst Strike going down. Ooh, negative 5, negative 6k. Ooh, negative 13k. Ooh, was that a ooh, that Ground Pound. Ooh, that Terrifying Inferno right there for negative 8.7. Counter Terrifying Inferno, negative 1.5. RoG pushing back a little bit. I mean, this isn't bad. They really have IL in a small group right here, and they're spreading out. This is, I mean, again, positioning-wise, this is decent by RoG, but again, need to capitalize on the herding or the grouping there to deal a lot of... Ooh, wow. Look at that, man. Oh my gosh, negative 19k damage. Jeez. Divine Mercy going down like, hey, heal me up too. Not bad. Man, that was a nice little skirmish. Let's see. Are they still going and replenishing? Okay, looks like. Yeah, see, the only difference here, if I was EX with the flying group, I would be coming over here. You know, I'd come over here and then try and hit them off. I mean, they kind of are still doing that to an extent. I would just go wider to try and pull some of that attention elsewhere. Because if you're this close to the fight, right, they can engage with you almost as quickly as they can engage with the main force because there's not too much separation, right? Again, like the idea, but again, think about spacing, right? That's really important too as well when you're in a fight like this. Yeah, man, the numbers are just still really high for the IL fam. But I think in this situation, man, I feel like you kind of have to somewhat give RoG some props, right? This reminds me, similar to the 42TC situation, similar to the GG going up against TA situation, where, you know, you are even NK, right? Like the NK NW situations, right? Where they were going up against, gosh, why am I blanking? Who was it? Owl, BXS, and I'm totally tripping on the other name now. But, right, where they were kind of this, in their particular situations, right, they were kind of the underdogs for how it played out in the final zone for a number of those S2 plus KVK groups. But they still fought, right? I think no matter what, that will, I think, earn you good merits, right? I think that earns you good optics. And the fact that, you know, even if there is an overwhelming advantage, which in this case there clearly is, the fact that they're still willing to fight and not just kind of throwing in the towel and saying, all right, guys, like we're gonna, and again, not to say there's anything wrong with that. If they opted to do that, I think that's an okay choice as well, right? Given what they're facing. But the fact that they're willing to go out and fight, I think you have to give credit to that. Yeah, still a little bit of ways from that first flag, but man, they are trucking though right now. Where are we at? We're at 17 minutes? Man, not bad. Yeah. Shout out to, I have to say, 2 people gave me some leads on this one. I gotta give some shout outs to right now. Our boy Rambo gave me a lead, and Messiah. So shout out to you guys, because they pinged me at about the same time to let me know that there was some PvP that was going on. And by the time I got here, if I've been going for 17 minutes, what was that, 43? So I started 30. Yeah, so I came about 25 minutes late from when I got the first ping. And that was mainly just because I was trying to get my new video out, and I had to promote that and finish out my rounds. And then, you know, I think a few minutes after I finished, I went to look, and then I saw, hey, there's some fighting going on, so, you know, let's go ahead and cover this. All right, RoG, I see you. This is interesting, though. I wonder if they're going to push this and then flank here on the side, because that could be something. I mean, they have enough people to do something like that. Yeah, where's EX? Are they still... Yo, RoG is like, yo, man, enough of that. We're going to bring our own flyers. Go bring our own flying squadron. Not bad. Oh, yo, look, there's our boy Rambo. That's right, man. Rambo, a.k.a. Mr. Hot Takes. Oh, man, love Rambo. Yeah, also, man, if you guys are, you know, and I probably should say this more, but, man, you know, some of these, you know, the late night, the after darks, or just the midday darks, or the midday COD VC calls, man, where we're getting, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people in them. Man, they've been a blast. I love it. I think it's one of the most educational pieces for, you know, a gaming community to hear and to be a part of, when you get to listen to so many different perspectives. You get to listen to a lot of different individuals that have different positions, that are at different power levels, and you can quickly start to see, you know, kind of trends and where similarities fall in and lie, and where differences are. But in the end, they can definitely be really good educational materials. You know, if you kind of go into it, that, you know, with that, you know, of course, you know, we're going to have the occasional drama or shots fired here and there, and, you know, again, all's fair in love and war to an extent, right? As long as we're not kind of going too much over the top. But beyond that, being able to go in and have conversations at various topics, I very much have been enjoying. And I hope those that tune in, ooh, wow, that was big, that tune in and or participate, you know, have been enjoying as well. You know, like I think yesterday or the video I put out this morning, depending on when this video will come out, right? I'll say for the one I put out on February 2nd, you know, there was a conversation surrounding, you know, leadership, right? Kind of, I think it was like spying, and there was a conversation about men versus women in gaming. There was a conversation about, you know, well, hey, what do I, you know, if I'm the leader of a group of 120, 125 active players, and we're trying to find a new home, but you know, the alliance we left, right, they were bad talking us, and you know, it maybe kind of feels to an extent that, hey, maybe another alliance or other alliances may not take us because of that. You know, what do you do? And so I thought that was a really interesting topic that we were able to touch on and cover a little bit. And it was interesting to hear a lot of different people's, Popo QD. It was interesting to hear a lot of different people's opinions on, you know, what would they do, how would they approach, and you know, it felt like the general consensus overall was more about, hey, you know, just don't necessarily care, right? Don't pay it too much heed, or give it any attention, right, for what people say about you. You know, just, you know, kind of go on, continue living, and doing your thing, right, without kind of letting it stress you out too much. And even though I think that was a part of it, I think the bigger part that was brought up was kind of more so about reputation and how, how some people do value that, and some people don't, you know, obviously want to have lies or misinformation spread about them that can cause a negative or poor reputation. And I think that was kind of the underlying tone for a part of the conversation. And that was interesting to hear because, you know, it was kind of almost like, you know, for the people, at least for the people in the call, it kind of felt like it was leaning more to one side, where it was just generally, hey, you know, just don't care. And, you know, so again, conversation was very interesting. Oh my God, is it just me? Or is RoG getting close to this, closer, I should say, to this flag now? Because it looks like they are. Yeah, once they push this little group here and they back up, it looks like they'll be able to link up. I mean, this could be an opportunity, man. Come on, Chalk Bar. Come on, Med. Be there for your team. Oh my gosh, come on, noob. What are you doing? Forger! You better forge your way forward. There we go, Gio. You show me what's up. Show what's up. Was that guy hitting a Darkling? I was about to call you out. Look at that, man. Turning the tables. All right, let's see what happens here, man. They're getting close. This could be the big Shabuya-boo. Let's see if I'm trying to get in on all the action. This is, I think I'm okay right here. Yeah, because we got the... All right, let's see. Let's see it, man. Show me the goods. All right, we need a little bit more spread. A little bit more spread. You're not doing me that much justice, right? I mean, this is lightly okay-ish, but kind of hurting a bit too much, right? Again, look at your spread. Get your little crescent moon. Get your curve, right? I want to see the curve line, you know, from this mountain up here, right, through Papa G up to in front of Chubby. You know, let's get that crack-a-lackin'. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, they are getting close, though. This, if they end up getting to the first tower, I am going to lose my shiitake mushrooms, because we have been going for almost 24 minutes now on this recording. And if that happens, regardless, obviously, of how, I mean, clearly, right, we more or less know how this is going to go. But if that was to happen, I would at least jump with excitement. But we'll see. Because now it looks like it's going the opposite way. Dang. You guys can do it. You can do it. Who was that? Schneider from Waterboy, right? Man, just the constant back and forth. I mean, it's been nonstop, right? At this point, from when I got pinged, they've been going almost an hour, right? I mean, you know, could have been longer. Just, you know, again, I imagine, you know, when I got pinged, it was probably either just starting or maybe at the pinnacle. put in that work. Oh gosh, that Protective Divine Mercy, Terrific Inferno, another Divine Mercy. We see you, naughty rabbit. We see. Though to be fair, shouldn't rabbits run smaller heroes, right? Shouldn't we see like Madeline, Nika, right? Wouldn't that be more rabbit-like? Are we getting too deep with it? Probably. Okay, okay, this a somewhat okay-ish curve right there. At least one was forming at that point. Okay, did EX give up on the Flyer War? I mean, they got one there. Oh, never mind, they got two. Okay. Dude, RoG's coming back, man. Why aren't we getting in the action here? Unless they're trying to group up and then push from that side, but 1 unit from Geo, 1 unit Snorlax. Yeah, like this is where you start getting that curve in, and you put pressure right here, right? Again, these players need to move up. These guys need to move up. Oh, what's happening here? Azarin, Meadow, why do I still see you hanging out, man? Or Grill, I should say individual or player. That would be better. Forger is still forging. I mean, listen, man. How many hits does it take to make a sword? Just do it. No. That's aggressive. Okay, still getting some pressure. Looks like most of the action here kind of on the southeast side of the fight. Also along with IL kind of regaining from what we can see here. That's 4. I'm a winner. I think they did. Yeah, they're basically back up now. Yeah, we'll see. Part of me almost feels like, man, if RoG just had more of the players that were online engaging, but I would have, maybe they're tapped too as well. I mean, that's another factor, right? They could be tapped on troops, but at least for the people that are there, right? Maybe if there was a little bit more engagement from those that are active, and again, sometimes, you know, look, people aren't active or they got troops out of the field. Maybe they got disconnected. Maybe their food order was coming in. Maybe they got a phone call. I mean, any number of things, right, can cause people to go. You know, it's like, I should be careful, respectfully careful about that, because, you know, I wouldn't want that to make it seem as though, hey, any single person that you see that's not moving or standing still. I think a better assumption is, hey, something happened, right? IRL for them that's causing them to not be moving. I would rather believe that than the opposite, let's say. Man, not bad. All right, fam. I think we are going to call it. We are a little over 28 minutes right now. And again, there's still nonstop fighting, which has been great to see. I wish we would have been able to see that push. And maybe after we finish recording, maybe they do push them off the flag, right? But again, for our sake of kind of averaging our 20 to 30 minute times for fights, because again, I like to be able to at least show you a decent amount so you can see the ebbs and flows, right? The give and takes, the pushes and counter pushes, right? That could potentially happen. So with that in mind, let me know what you guys think on this one. That's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, I'll catch you later.